Hey guys, welcome to today's Vehicle Visionary video. Today we're going to do something that I've thought about doing for a long time, and that is to go to a car manufacturer's website and just go over some of the details of, in this case, all of the trim levels of the 2022 Honda Civic sedan. So tell me if you like this kind of video. If you do, we'll do a lot more of them, but I wanted to show you just every step of the way in case you're curious to know how I got to where I end up here. So here's how I did it. And just so you know, don't ever click on those ads right there. Always scroll down to the first site that doesn't say ad, and here's what you're going to do. You're going to begin right here. This is the link. Now, I'm not going to go through a lot of details here, but if you're wanting to go to this particular area and go to do what we're about to do, you're going to click over here where it says Honda, and you're going to open a new tab, as you can see right there. And then we're going to go up here to Shopping Tools. And this is a real easy way to see all of the trim levels and all of the different details and everything in case you didn't know about that. Wait for that to load, and then we're going to go here. You've got all of your different models right here, and of course we're going to click on car, and you could just scroll through right here if you wanted to, but what we're going to do is click on cars. And of course it will take us down here to where I just was anyway, but just so you can kind of see this. And here is the 2022 Civic sedan. We're going to click build, and here's what comes up. Choose your Civic sedan. And I'm going to try and make this as quick as I can. I promise not to make this too long. I might have to talk like the Micro Machine Man to do that. Well, maybe not that fast, but here are your different trim levels. As you can see, the LX, the Sport, the EX, and the Touring. And I did do a full video on the Touring, or at least the changes, recently. If you want to see that, I will link that down in the description of this video. But here is where the magic happens, if you want to call it that. Of course, you can see some highlights right here on each trim level, but click See More. In fact, I'll tell you what, before I do that, let's do one more thing. Let's look at the prices here. So the prices will range starting at $21,700, and you can see everything else that's here between $21,700 and $28,300. That's not very bad for your base prices for all of the different models of the Civic sedan, less than $30,000 before you add options. So let's take a look at what those options are here on the LX. And the thing that I like here is you even get a picture of the engine right here, what that looks like outside of the engine bay or under the hood, because I don't normally take my engine hoist with me out on car review videos. Just don't quite have enough room to haul that around with me, or the time to remove one. Anyway, let's take a look here at what you get with the LX trim level. That's going to be the 158 horsepower. That's the 2-liter naturally aspirated motor. The continuously variable transmission, and you might think, oh no, I was hoping for something else. I was pretty impressed when I did my test drive with the Touring trim level that I did recently. It did have the CVT, that it performed quite well. It wasn't bad, so you'll probably have to figure that one out for yourself if you want to buy a 22 model of the Civic, but just so you know, I was very impressed. And 18-inch wheels, or 16-inch wheels, full LED headlights, and of course, as you can see here with the interior, you've got your cloth seats and the information right here. I'm not going to read over every single little thing. I just want to kind of show you a few of the highlights here. Of course, with technology, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration, and you're probably wondering, is that wireless if you don't know yet? On the Touring trim level, it is wireless, but not on the trim levels below that. And of course, safety features, as you can see here, collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation system, and those actually seem to be not quite as aggressive as they were in the past. At least that was my experience on my initial test drive recently. So Honda continually, let's get that out of our mouths with that tongue twister, almost talking like the Micro Machine Man there, talking too fast. But Honda continually improving the systems of their vehicles. I really like that. Now let's do this right here. You see everything that's here. Let's click next and just go look at a few things. And I like the fact that you've got a really good shot of the engine right there. If you've ever wanted to see what the engine looks like I said, outside of the vehicle itself, there is a good shot, at least from one angle right there. And like I said, this is the 2-liter naturally aspirated 158 horsepower engine, and it really wasn't lacking going down the road. It's not going to plant you in the seat or anything like that, but I don't think it's going to struggle either. And we'll click next right here just to kind of look around a little bit. Here's what we have as far as performance goes. You can see that the Sport is geared for maximum performance with more responsive acceleration. And I can definitely say that's true. That is definitely true. Honda has done a good job there. They have upgraded the chassis, the suspension, and the steering, and all of that is very noticeable when you drive these updated Civics. And of course, as you can see, what that is standard on all 4 trim levels. Just so you know, I was very impressed with the driving experience. And of course, Apple CarPlay integration. We talked a little bit about that. And we'll just scroll on through here real quick, just kind of let you see what's here. Those LED headlights, you've got the auto on-off feature if you want to take advantage of that. So maybe we'll get one out for a nighttime test drive sometime in the near future. Tell me down in the comments if you would like to see that, and we'll see what we can do. So let's go to the next trim level. And of course, that's going to be starting at $23,100, the Sport trim level. And got some really good shots here that we'll see a little bit later in this segment of the video as we look through. But as you can see, again, going to be that same 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, the continuously variable speed transmission or continuously variable transmission with the paddle shifters. And of course, you're going to have those multiple driving modes as we looked at earlier. And as far as the exterior goes, the 18-inch black alloy wheels right here looks really good. I really like the way Honda makes the Honda Civic Sport look, well, sporty, what you would expect. It's not lacking in that area. It's not just the name of the trim level. It's actually the, well, kind of the personality of the car, if you will. And the chrome exhaust finishers don't really have a good up-close image right here of what that looks like back there, but well, maybe we'll get that in a future video. I will review one as soon as Holmes Honda has one in stock, in inventory. And you have the gloss black power side view mirrors and the matte black upper window trim. So again, I don't know how good of a shot we can really get of that here right in this video with doing basically the screen capture, but just kind of showing you what's here. Interior, we're going to have the cloth seats. Again, that 8-speaker 180-watt audio system does sound really good, by the way. We'll have to see if we can find a way, maybe get some uncopyrightable music, maybe from the YouTube audio library, to let you hear that in the next video that I do with one of these Civics. And automatic climate control, leather-wrapped steering wheel, and of course the fold-down back seat to maximize your cargo space. And technology here, pretty much the same. You do have the 7-inch touchscreen, which of course you're going to have on the other trim levels as well. Push button start and remote start, something I think we all like during, well, depending on where you live, the extreme times of the year when it's extremely hot or extremely cold. You can let the vehicle warm up or cool down before you hop inside, and it's still safely sitting in your driveway even though it's running, so that's a good thing. And of course, here are again your safety features. Didn't talk about traffic sign recognition, but you do have that. The lane keeping assist system, and of course all the other features here. Tell me down in the comments, I'm curious to know, would you rather see the Honda Lane Watch make a return? If you don't know what that is, basically what that was, I'll show you a quick shot on the screen from another video I did probably last year, where basically there's a camera in the passenger side view mirror that allows you to see into your blind spot when you turn on your right hand turn signal. It's one reason it's good to use those turn signals. And the 18-inch gloss black wheels, these alloy wheels, that is a great looking wheel in my personal opinion. I really like that shot right there. Just kind of really brings out the details of that wheel and the, again, sporty look, just what you would expect right there. And paddle shifters, don't really have to say much about that, but I did enjoy driving with the paddle shifters. I know it's not really a multi-speed transmission, but kind of mimics that in the way that it works with the CVT, and did seem to be good and responsive as far as how that worked. Leather-wrapped steering wheel, that was good and comfortable in the touring trim level that I drove recently. And as you can see, that comes standard on the Sport, EX, and Touring. So if you want to get the leather-wrapped steering wheel, well, there are your options. And smart entry with walk away and auto lock. So, you know, if it was me and I was the couple, I'd probably be walking away looking at my 2022 Civic instead of looking at the building, because that is a great looking car. I do believe Honda has done a great job. Tell me in the comments though, do you think it looks like a smaller version of the Accord? And where do you see that? I'm just kind of curious to see what everybody has to say. And pretty much the same things we've already looked at here. So we're going to go on to the EX trim level, $24,700 for the base price. And as you can see here, if you're a keen-eyed observer, yep, that's a different engine combination. So performance, that's going to be the 180-liter turbocharged 1.5-liter and 17-inch alloy wheels. That's going to have the full LED headlights again. You're just pretty much a lot of those same features here. Technology going to be a lot of the same things. Push button start, remote start, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, a lot of really great features. And tell me which one of these is your favorite as far as the technology list goes here. And then your safety features, once again, I don't think we need to cover every bit of that, but what I will do is run through everything here. There's a good look at that engine, the 1.5-liter four-cylinder instead of the 2-liter. Just a bit of a different look at that. It'd be kind of neat if we could get in and get a 3D view of that and maybe click around and see it from different angles, but not available here, not necessarily a bad thing. But blind spot information system. Do you like the blind spot information system? I know I kind of asked this earlier, but do you like that over the Honda Lane Watch that's pretty much being phased out for the most part? Don't even know if that's available on any 2022 models, but I know a lot of people really like that. But that blind spot information system, as you will see, is available or standard on EX and Touring trim levels. And you also have the one-touch moonroof. For those of you who complain about me calling it a moonroof, well, Honda does too. Believe it or not, for those who might say, really, people have complained about that? Yep, they sure have. And that's okay, because a comment, well, that's good interaction. And heated front seats. That is, well, depending on where you are and what time of the year it is a good thing. I'm filming this video in late June in Northwest Louisiana, at least sitting in my office today. I do not need heated front seats if I'm out driving around in a Civic. And last but most certainly not least, the Touring trim level starting at $28,500. Still a very reasonable price, I would say. And so what are you going to get here? The 180 horsepower turbocharged four-cylinder. That's that 1.5-liter. You can see everything you have here. You have 3 driving modes, as you can see, Sport, Econ, and then just your regular driving mode, depending on what you want to do. And I can honestly say that the Touring trim level that I drove recently, I was very impressed at the handling. You could really tell the difference in the way the chassis worked, the suspension, the steering was better. Everything was just very responsive as to how it worked. It was very comfortable. But I really felt that the car felt more planted on the road. It just felt tight. That's really a good way to put it. If you don't understand what I'm saying, don't worry about it. It's just when you have a good seat of the pants feel for what a vehicle's doing, you pick up on things like that. And if you don't, no worries, not trying to pick on anybody. And 18-inch alloy wheels. You've got, again, the full LED headlights with the addition of the LED fog lights. You can see here on the Touring trim level. Leather trimmed seats. Again, you're going to have that one-touch moonroof. If you want to call it a sunroof, you can do that too. No one's going to be upset with you. And again, those heated front seats. You can see everything else here. Power seats, dual zone, automatic climate control, the leather-wrapped steering wheel, and the 60-40 split rear seats. Again, maximizing the cargo space. Technology. Well, we've kind of run through that. You can always pause the video if you want to see all of that. Again, you do have an 9-inch touchscreen, though. That definitely makes a difference. I was very impressed with that. That was in the Touring trim level that I did recently. And again, that video will be linked down. It will be the very first comment. It will be the pinned comment that you see down in this video. And safety and security, all those safety alerts and everything, we already kind of touched on all of that. and the fact that, well, for those of you who maybe thought the lane keep assist and all that kind of stuff was maybe a little bit aggressive, it seems to not be so aggressive now. So I really think that Honda is seeing your comments on my videos and listening to your feedback and saying, okay, we're going to make these changes. So let's just go through and look here real quick. A good look at the interior with the leather trimmed seats right there. I don't have my screen resolution set to where I don't have to scroll down a little bit for you to see everything. I apologize about that, but just so you can see what is there. And as you can see, it's only standard on the Touring trim level. So, also, the Bose Premium sound system. Again, that's one of those things I've got to make sure I have a setup. I know a lot of you want to hear that in my test drive videos or in the review videos that I make. So we're going to try and work on that and get some music that can be played in the videos that will keep from being an issue with YouTube copyrights. And Apple CarPlay, wireless CarPlay integration. Standard on Touring, like I said. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to need to be on the Touring trim level. But it's good to know what's available and what is there. And wireless phone charging also. We haven't talked about the wireless phone charging capabilities, but as you can see right here just in front of the cup holders, we're the console, and that's standard again on the Touring trim level. Obviously, that's going to be the highest ends you can get. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, guys. Tell me if you like what you saw here. And I'll tell you what, I'll even go ahead and link this page down in the description of the video. But if you want to see the video that I shot with the Touring Civic that I did a while back, well, make sure to check that out when you check out the comments. I'll leave the pinned comment down there. Thanks for taking the time to watch, guys. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.